happy place. Do you got anything for me? Is this a real live stream? Can you both see and hear me in real time? I do not know, and I can't check on my phone because I'm trying the live stream from my phone this time. Couple more people showing up. Chime in if you can hear. Mac is looking. Yes, you can see and hear me. It's not just buffering and I'm frozen, huh? Excellent. Guys, we live in the middle of nowhere for intentional reasons. Living out here means my actual internet supply provider is terrible. Also, we barely get cell phone reception for internet stuff. So we tried our regular provider. Thank you, getting started on homesteading Heaven's Essentials. Mac is looking. Tried a regular provider. Tried my cell phone. Tried Mama Pepper's cell phone. They were all good. No, they're all bad. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm reading comments too. But a friend, a neighbor, my workmate, we call him Aguado. He lent me his tablet, which has better stuff. So, Heath Doty, good to see you. Georgetta Woods, I was just reading your comment on the announcement about this. You are so encouraging. You're right. We will get it right eventually, and when we do, you guys will be here for us. Thank you, guys. 24 people. Chrissy Johnson, excellent. 5 likes already on this. I'm going to let kind of the crowd kind of come in a little bit. This is actually going to be the gender reveal we tried doing a couple days ago. If you guys remember, last time we had a little pepper, look what we got. Backyard Gardening Adventures, pretty cool. See, this is a hat for a little pepper. And it's not just a hat for a little pepper, it comes with a little pouch to put a little pepper in. So how cool is that? Actually sent into us. That is so cool. Hey, Tinkerer's wife. Very good to see you guys. So we got this last time we had a baby. It was sent in. I don't remember. I think it might have been Nanny from Hootenanny Homestead. It was right around the time we got a present from her too. There's a couple different options, so I'm not sure. Lady Dagger status. Hey, if those goji berry seeds do not work out for you, Lady Dagger status, let me know. I'll send you some cuttings in the spring. Although I could probably do it now too. That's hey, Janet LaRue. Good to see you. Absolutely good to see you. We actually had a friend, Mrs. LaRue. Rachel came over today to keep an eye on our children for us because we had a little adventure that a lot of people may not know about, but we will get to that. It is a very cute outfit. I absolutely agree. I don't know. What do we got? 32 people watching. Okay. Heath Doty. Guys, right behind me is my wood stove build. I'm actually, if this wasn't going to work, I was going to stay up for a while. Hey, Hootenanny. Nanny, do you remember? Did you send this to us or did this come from another? I know you had sent us a package right around this time because we were planting our fruit trees. It was our first payout from YouTube. We bought some plum trees and you'd sent us a package. Some other people did too. I don't remember. But that's coming along really good. If you guys notice, some extra stuff is up. Some extra lathe. Some extra stuff. Okay, not from you. It was right around the same time. I'll have to remember who did. But it was right when you sent that package too. With some cool stuff. And definitely thank you for that. So I think what I'm going to do at the moment is why don't we bring Mama Pepper in? And we can start talking a little bit about our day. We can talk. Thank you, Tinker's wife, for the reminder. People, hit the likes button if you can. Soggy Bottom Homestead, good to see you. Edwina, how you doing? We're gonna bring Mama Pepper in, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the day we had, and we will also tell you the gender of our child who's gonna have. And guys, hey, Pat Con Electric, good to see you. Here's one too for you guys to think about. This is child number 7. And the cool thing to remember is if you make the listener do the math, you can actually say that we now have 1 and a half dozen children. A lot of times people think 1.5 dozen, they're thinking 18. But 1.5 dozen, Jesus is Lord, good to see you, is actually 7 too if you make people do the math. And Mama, you got your drink? You ready to come on over?
Yeah.
Mama Pepper's going to jump in so you guys don't have to look at my face the whole time. Yeah, fun family math, exactly. We've got some friends in St. Louis. They had 14 children. So when we met them, I think they said they had 8.5 dozen children. Which of course sounds incredibly impressive or incredibly blessed, depending on how you look at things. And oh, yeah, we'll swap that too for a minute. I'll be right back while Mama Pepper's getting here. So, fun fact, we have only ever live streamed, I think, twice, and each time was from hotel rooms. Although Mama thinks I might have tried once from St. Louis at our friend's house. So this is the first live stream from home, and apparently we do not have the capability to do this on our own. But thankfully, we've got a friend who lent us some his equipment, his tablet. So we're using the hotspot from that to go, and absolutely liked that. Oh, so people were saying because of how Mama Pepper carrying the baby, everyone was thinking it was a boy. So what do we think about that? There was an ultrasound, AMG, and you know what? Before we let you know, before we tell you the ultrasound, you tell us in your chat comments right now. But even if you want to do it quick, put a B for boy, a G for girl, question mark if you don't know. Tell us what you guys think quick. I'm going to see what you guys got. Because, yes, last time we were trying to do it and my computer wasn't working. Everything was terrible. And people were, there was quite a few. They were leaning more towards boy. Okay, B, G, B, B, G, B. Oh, Susie Bosch says a boy. Tinker's wife says a girl. Morgan's Happy Place. Look at that. You see Morgan's Happy Place? They're one of our members. They got a little green pepper next to us. Lady Dagger status, boy. Penny Lee Masters, girl. Big Blue House Homestead, girl. Trina Shepherd, girl. Wow. Hey, is that the Apricate House? Or is it, I think it's Apricate? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. A puppy. LOL, nice. Pete's little homestead boy. Wasn't a good picture of her. Let her stand up again. A boy. Oh, I see. You want to see what she looks like right now. So we're getting more people. Armida Perez looking as boy. And some people saying girl. So the ultrasound said that there was enough external evidence there to declare the child to be a what?
A boy.
A boy. So had we been able to get with y'all, I don't know, was it the day before Christmas Eve or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know some people are busy sometimes. They said it was going to be a boy. And sometimes we wonder if they're going to be right. So why don't you guys, Mom, do you just want to stand up for a minute and let them get a look and see if they got a guess now based on how you look? Okay, they said it wasn't a good picture. Let's turn sideways. Turn sideways. I don't know. What do you guys think? Boy, girl, any ideas? Boy or twin? God knows. Amen to that, Tinker's wife. So, yeah, Pinky Pepper's going to step in here for me. Why don't you sit down, darling? And Pinky Pepper's going to hand us a little something. Close your eyes if you don't want to be surprised. So, Mama, I'll leave that with you. And we're going to lift up a little bit. So we're going to take these socks and we're going to hold this up for you guys. This, we can now confirm that the ultrasounds were correct. And as long as he, oh boy, she looks pretty. Chrissy Johnson, good to see you. As long as he'll cooperate, we'll try to, by our powers combined, hold up about this 7 pounds and 8 ounces worth of child so you guys can get a look while we do a little bit of talking. So I was awoken after a kind of late night by Mama Pepper this morning. And what happened, darling? Good night, child.
I woke up with a strong contraction that um, broke my water, I guess. I felt some water leaking, and so I quickly removed the blanket and jumped out of my bed.
And what did you think was happening?
I thought perhaps maybe I just had wet myself a little bit, but it just kept running down my leg, and then my pants were all wet, so I called over to Papa and I'm like, Papa, my water just broke.
So I wake up at 7. I'm like, your water broke? And I'm not really familiar with things like, your water can break on some ladies and they can wait days even before having the baby. I don't know that. Oh, somebody said they were teary-eyed. Aw. And so she wakes up, cleans up, checks in with the midwife, says, "Hey, my water broke. I wasn't really having contractions. I just had one strong one.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my water, woke me up. But now there's really not much going on."
Mm-mm.
So the midwife says, "Well, just keep us posted. Once you start having some regular contractions, you know,
Come on over.
come on over." So I must have fell back asleep. Did you?
I tried to
She
sleep a
tried
little
to.
bit, but
But then we wound
didn't
up
work.
about 8 to 8:30. I got back up about 8. She's saying, "Hey, they're kind of picking up. They're doing some stuff."
I had another leak though.
Another leak.
Yeah, another leak, and it looked clear, like a clear liquid that looked kind of more, I don't know, clearish and more goopy. And so I'm thinking, uh-oh,
And
I think we're gonna have to go to the midwives.
gonna be go time.
So
So we got a hold of a friend of ours who came over to take care of things and remind me if I forget. We've got something to show you that she did with the kids while we were gone. Kind of left a mess to a degree on our table, and we'll show you and see what's up with that. But interesting thing, when we left to the midwives, um, I didn't have to stop at all. I was able to drive between 30 and 40 minutes completely straight without ever stopping, without ever coming to a complete stop. One thing is I picked my path wisely. Another one, getting started on Homestead, we're going to get to that. Remind us about the name. We're gonna get to that. But we took off, chose our path wisely, and the traffic lights were in our favor. Um, we didn't have to stop, so we just made it there the whole way. Mama Pepper was having contractions periodically. She was timing them. There were some serious ones here and there, at
yeah,
about
they were
5 minutes
pretty
apart.
strong. So I was pretty nervous. I'm like, Papa, step on it. We gotta get there because I don't know if we're gonna make it. And I was getting nervous, but we made it.
So this is, yes, our seventh child. We've had four in hospitals, and we've had three outside of hospitals. This is the second one we had at the midwife's house, but we also had one in our living room, um, Sweet Pepper,
Mm-hmm.
before we moved down here to the Ozarks, and that was really cool because we had a midwife-assisted home water birth in a birthing pool in our living room,
Mm-hmm.
and she woke me up about 4 a.m. There was a midwife on my couch already. By 6 a.m. we had a baby, but she was able to be on her hands and knees in the water. And I just remember, at the end of it, she put her head into the water, just blew really hard, all these bubbles, and all of a sudden, child came out right behind her. So that was Sweet Pepper. How many years ago now?
6.
6 years ago now. And then we've had three down here in the Ozarks, one at the hospital, and that was a terrible experience for a lot of reasons. A lot of stuff was happening. Mama Pepper had an abrupted placenta, so the placenta started detaching before the baby was ready to come, which means there's a lot of blood. And we mentioned that in the ER. They set us up to the birthing room, and nobody came in, nobody checked anything, nobody anything. And I'm like, "Hey, Strugglers Farm," I'm like, walk out all nonchalant. I'm like, "Hey, just so you guys know, this is our fifth child. We've done this multiple times. My wife is having an excessive level of blood loss that is not normal with any delivery. And we're highly concerned. So we're going to be in that room over there. If you guys ever want to come in and check it out." And I just kind of walked in there. Yeah, there was a bit of sarcasm, a little bit of other things, but I think it was what? It was better than going off on people. So this time though, we showed up probably about 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
And by 10:54, we had a child. So we were only at the midwife's about an hour and a half until we had the child. The midwives we go to are a great pair. Um, we've worked with them before with the last pepper, bell pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. And this guy though, so far, he's been really good. We took a family nap, the three of us. We just kind of
After
fell asleep in the bed
after the
after the
birth,
baby
it was very
was
nice.
born. I'm gonna move forward just a
It
little
was
bit
a
on the
very
baby.
peaceful and just wonderful birth.
Yeah. So we did that, and then with about 6 hours at the midwives, we came back on home to check the family out.
And the timing of it was just wonderful and perfect as well because, the contractions started at 7 a.m., which means I had some good rest and I was ready.
Good to get.
Instead of it happening at nighttime when it was time for me to go to bed, that's what happened to me with bell pepper.
Hey
And I was
Nathan,
very
Southern
tired.
Blessed. Good to see you.
So this time, 7 a.m., that worked out a lot better.
Yeah.
And I was not sure when he was going to be born. I had contractions a few nights ago for maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours or something,
Yeah.
and then they just died out. And then the next day was just one here, one there, and then those died out, and there was like nothing really, maybe one the next day. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. I wonder when the baby's going to be born. And then we got that surprise this morning. So
Yeah. So I don't know. Kind of interesting. The official due date, good question, Terry, was going to be January 5th. And it seems for the most part it's about 2 weeks early is when we've had them all. Hey, ate beef for dinner. Um, yeah, we've had them all about this early. Interesting thing when she gave a urine sample to the midwives, the one's like, hey, there's some vernix in here. The water was already broken, so I was able to get out of there, and this baby was just covered in some vernix when he came out. The first towel that they wrapped him in, we took it off. It almost looked like cheesecloth. I mean, it was cheesy. It was good. But interesting thing that happened this time we never had happened before. Hey, going to green was what, darling?
the
Bag of waters.
yeah, the amniotic sac. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, that's the real name.
It did not come out first or with the baby. It came out last,
After the placenta and everything. Yes, born today, Pete.
which was really different for us. We've had a
Patty,
baby.
it's a boy.
We've had a baby that was born, still in the amniotic sac. That was Belle. And then other times, I think
Right. Pretty much the first two were first two were in the hospital. The doctors got sick of waiting around and ripped open the amniotic sac.
Mhm.
The third one, you actually had a gusher
Yeah,
with
my water
monster
actually
truck
broke.
as she was
That was
pacing
my
back and
first time.
forth, and then she's pacing back and forth like a faucet.
Yep. And I
And
was so excited. I'm like, yay, Dad, my water broke. Because I had never experienced it before. So that was fun.
and then the fourth one, we finally did what we originally wanted to do because there were some concerns with our first child, Pinky Pepper, that pointed us to the hospital instead of at the midwife, and she was considered high risk for a couple of
I
reasons.
had a short cervix with her.
Yeah, so they
So I had
wanted
to
bed
be on
rest
bed
and
rest
stuff like
for
that.
the last few months.
So we went to the hospital, and then we kind of got used to going to the hospital. But by the time we had Sweet Pepper, our fourth, we said, you know what, we wanted to try a home birth. We wanted to try a water birth. We didn't want to just, do whatever was best for the doctor. We wanted to do what, Mama wanted because she's the one birthing this child. So we had the midwife-assisted home water birth with a pool, inflatable, pool in our living room. And like I said before, she was on her hands and knees. Baby came up behind her and still in the amniotic sac. So the midwife there that we were working with opened that up, got the baby out, put her on Mama's chest as she rolled over in the water. And yeah, so do we have a Pepper name? Do we have a baby name? People keep asking. But anyway, this time the amniotic sac bag of waters came out an hour later. The midwife was actually able to grab some stuff that was trailing out and pull it out. So that was good. So we don't have a Pepper name yet.
I don't believe so.
Pinky Pepper, Red Pepper, Monster Truck the Pepper, Sweet Pepper, Buddy Pepper, and Bell Pepper. But we don't know who this guy is going to be for his pepper name. And we also do not have a real name for him. we've contemplated some stuff. We jokingly talked about, well, if he would be born on Winter Pepper. If hey, Bubblehead Homestead, what's up, Jeff? Winter Pepper, not a bad name. Um, we jokingly said, if well, maybe if he shows up, wee Pepper, I like that. On December 25th, maybe we'll just name him Jesus, and that way, when people say Jesus wasn't born on December 25th, we can be like, yeah, he was. I was there at the birth. But we didn't go that route because wasn't born on the 25th. Santa wasn't born on December 25th either. Just FYI, fun fact for the night. Winter Pepper does sound good.
did joke about naming him Carson if he was born in the car, but that didn't happen, which I'm really glad.
Right. Yeah, we were heading to the midwife. We weren't sure. There were some strong contractions. I'm like, if we've got to do it, we'll do it. We'll deliver a baby. In fact, the last time we were at the hospital, we waited till everyone left the room, except for one nurse who wasn't paying attention. She was standing in front of me. She pushed, and I caught, and the nurse there was like, water, baby, doctor. She didn't know what was going on, but if we would have had him in the vehicle, we would have named him, I think, Carson.
Carson or Truxon, you said?
Truxon. It was technically a truck. Thank you, Susie. We're very happy too.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could smell and kiss this little one. It's great. It's great. Still got that new baby smell fresh out of the womb. What a wonderful. And look at how nice he's doing. Look at how nice. So if you guys do have names, I see somebody threw out Joseph as an option. Yeah, please feel free to Noel. Interesting. Going to green. I get that. Trucky Pepper.
That's cute.
And I know some people name Apocalypse Scorpion Pepper. Not bad, considering the times in which we are living. Box Pepper, Boxing Day. Oh, okay. And we'll take non-pepper names too, because we still need a real name to fill out on the birth certificate eventually.
That's true.
Yeah, so it was a very good day, a very blessed day. One thing that happened, I'm going to probably stand behind the couch. I'll let you.
It was actually a very beautiful day outside as well. It was really cold yesterday. I think we were at 7 degrees yesterday. And then today, I think we're in the 60s. It was sunny and warm. It was beautiful.
So the friend we had watch our children made this. They actually took one of my boards off my wood pile. They spray painted it with some primer, and they put "Children are a heritage of the Lord," Psalm 127:3, and from Pinky Pepper all the way down to Belle, who I guess was sleeping at the time, they put the handprints on, and they left a little room over here because I think we got another little hand coming in here. But what a cool thing. I guess this is the type of memorabilia, the special memory-making stuff at these milestones in life that we don't always pause and commemorate in something that you can throw on the wall. It's pretty heavy, but of course, so are all the rocks I'm about to put on the wall back here by the wood stove build. But what a blessing. What a cool thing. Definitely love it. A great idea. And, even if there's just two hands on here for some families or other things, it's still special. It's still neat. I think it'll be cool, too, to see how big Pinky Pepper's hand was at 10 heading up to 11 by the time we put the little who knows Pepper, Carson Pepper, down here at the end, But a really cool gift. We were not expecting it. It was laying on our table when we got home. And what a blessing. And then we almost got a puppy today, too.
To throw on top of her. She's a cute puppy. She's an Anatolian, what is it called? Anatolian
nice,
Shepherd.
Susie.
And Russian.
Not Russian, something.
Yeah, something like that. Russian something.
Bubba Pepper.
Shepherd dog. Do you want to hold him?
Oh, hold on. So he's a good sleeper. He actually slept. Hey, a disciple name. Good point. And good point on 11 to choose from, because we probably wouldn't want to name him Judas Iscariot. But yeah, he slept all the way home. We actually had to wake him up to make sure he was getting fed. Within seconds or minutes out of the womb, he was already urinating. And then within 7 minutes, he had come up to Mama's chest and was looking for looking for milk, looking for food already. And within 7 minutes out of the womb, he was latched on, which was really cool.
It was like a little vacuum. He just kind of suction cupped on her.
Whoa, Nathan. Wow. Thank you. What a blessing. And somebody said give some thumbs ups for the baby boy Pepper. So, guys, this is the gender reveal surprise because, surprise, we know for sure that this is a boy. So, not just going off of the ultrasound technician's word, which sometimes, they're right, sometimes they're wrong. I agree getting started on Homestead. Nathan, you're awesome. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. And apparently Nathan's watching from up in Canada. We've got some other friends up in Canada. So very cool. It's been years since I've been there. What was I going to say about something else? I don't know. But guys, this too, it's amazing. This was the 7th natural drug-free delivery Mama Pepper had. Yes, and we actually got a live stream this time, Patrice's Projects. We actually have a live stream going. I tried and failed many times. So, hey, Chili Pepper, I like that. Janet, that's not bad. MG's up in Canada too. Chili Pepper might be it.
Cool.
Because it was chilly this morning too. Yeah, hasn't cried once. You should have heard him when he came out though. Boy, he was just a screaming. He had no problem with his lungs or nothing.
Did we have the cord wrapped around at all?
No, no, we've had the cord wrapped around the neck or the body before, but there was nothing going on here. I cut the cord again. Leonidas, oh, Kenny.
Oh,
he
nice.
was watching that.
I like Leonidas is cool, but I like Linus. I think Linus is cute.
Yeah, I agree. Because if we would have done a live reveal on the day before Christmas, we wouldn't have got to have the extra surprise. Very good point, Terry. Yeah, what day was he born? He was born
December 26th.
Yeah, what time is it now? He's less than 12 hours old because he was born at 10:54.
Yep, so 10:54 a.m. this morning.
And Lady Dagger status, yes. A lot of the meds, they just kind of take the woman sometimes out of the delivery process, which is their testimony from what I've heard and talked to some people and stuff like that. So Mama Pepper always wanted to steer clear. Hey, Rocky Hill like Silas. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, I mentioned Silas to Papa.
That's a potential option. We're not agreed on anything.
Oh.
Yet.
Not yet.
We will.
Yep.
People have asked, and we said we don't know.
We had somebody mention, what was that other name? Who was that? Reap What You Sow?
Yeah.
They mentioned the name Diesel for a boy. I thought that was kind of cool.
Diesel, which is a pretty good name. Not a biblical name, but probably a pretty rustic name.
Pretty cool.
Sounds pretty good. So.
But anyway, we were definitely blessed to be able to have this other baby drug-free and at the midwives. It was such a blessing, and I'm really thankful. And
Tinker's wife mentioned that, doctors have treated childbirth more like a illness than a natural process for way too long. And, it wasn't that long ago they'd actually strap women to tables and other things, during it. And a lot of times we even were talking with a friend who said, wow, you're the first family I know that ever had a child outside of a hospital. I'm like, well, this is our third actually outside of a hospital. And the thing is that a childbirth is just a natural part of life. It really is. Hospitals generally are for sick and dying people. And I would dread to think and consider, I'd even dread it more than my hair. I would dread to consider what would happen if she went to a hospital right now. Just with the way everything's going, the way they treat things, I don't think I would be able to be there. I think she'd be locked in a room with some doctors alone, somewhere I couldn't get to her, somewhere she couldn't get to me, somewhere where she'd just be, in some institutional little home nanny. I step away from the PC for a few minutes. I come back, you got a baby in your hands. Yeah, you didn't miss the delivery. That was not live streamed. They were not doing that kind of gender reveal. But yeah, so praise God, we've been able to do that even with the abrupted placenta, even with the high concerns the first time. We've been able to have every single one of them natural, no C-sections, and then also drug-free. I gotta get a drink. Work the crowd for a minute.
Just a cup right there.
Fast delivery, they said.
Yes, it was a very fast delivery. We were only there about an hour and a half, and the baby was born, with contractions starting at 7. I was glad. So we're glad to be home and safe, and that everything is well with us both. And Papa was an excellent helper during the contractions, and he did a really good job. He's a super dad.
I even wore my dad shirt today.
Oh, yes.
What's it say? The toughest job you'll ever love. Hey, never enough time. Thanks for stopping in. So, gender reveal, for those of you who haven't caught it, is a boy. And we know that now because we had him 10 hours ago, or heading up towards 11 hours ago.
7 pounds, 8 ounces, 21 inches. Yeah.
Good idea. We will not be naming him Corona or Cerveza or anything beer related. We won't. Yeah, hospitals do want to keep you a few days too. We were in and out in about 6 hours. It was just over 6 hours. So, pretty cool. Terry, good question. Which one of his siblings does he look like the most? Not Pinky.
I don't know.
I wonder if he looks like Bugger the most when Bugger was born.
He has more hair than Bugger did when Bugger was born.
Should we do? Hold on. Do you guys want to see a hair reveal? If you hit the like button and leave a Y for yes, we might do a hair reveal. Oh, Haunted Heather, thank you.
Good night to Going Green. They're going to bed.
All right, Going Green, thanks. Oh, people want to see the hair.
Okay.
Okay, it's unanimous. They asked why. Oh, they said yes. It's a Y for yes. You pull it off. I'll hold it close. Okay. Here comes the hair.
Ta-da!
Oh, look at that. Not a single dread on the entire scalp. I smell so good. Smell that, darling. Matthew, David, Peter, or Jeremiah. Fresh out the womb, new baby smell. It's strong still. It is strong still. So, and Pinky Pepper, when she had her hair, I think it came out a little farther. But the first thing she did for the first 3 months was like rub it around on the sides, and the rest of the hair just stuck up straight, and she had no hair on the sides. And
she had a little mohawk.
And which one would we say looked good?
David.
Okay.
Bugger.
Yeah, so Bugger too. We got a friend whose last name is Good, and Bugger lost his hair back to like here or something, just had it on the sides. We said, wow, he looks good, like that good, that guy good. So pretty cool. So yeah, we made it home a little slower than we made it there. We were able to stop at stoplights and stuff like that. But really good time in to be there only an hour and a half. Absolutely amazing. And here's the thing too, the next video I put out will probably have a clip of Belle next to the womb and interacting with that. She definitely understood there was a baby in there. We told her, but she'd love it. She'd say hi to the baby. She'd kiss your belly. I mean, what was that, a couple days ago? Where she really just started coming up to Mama all the time and kissing the belly and stuff. Yeah,
for a while. It's probably a month or 2.
How many times a day?
She just woke up one morning and started kissing my belly. Like, I didn't tell her to kiss my belly, I don't think, ever. And she just started doing it all by herself. And every day she would come by me and she would, look like she's going to climb up on my lap. And she'd just come down by my belly and give it a couple kisses. And she'd get down and she'd come back, give another kiss or 2. And she would say baby with her hands in sign language.
Whoa, Georgetta Woods. Wow. Thank you. And yes, Patrice's project, Warm Baby, is the best
Christina Anderson.
Smell. The best smell. Thank you. I think all my children look like me, Trina. They just look different than each other. But they all look like me. And Buddy Pepper too, man, he would talk up a storm to that womb. He'd walk up next to Mama's belly and he'd just be like, "We've got sheep and we've got chickens, and when you get out, I can show you the goats. Thank you, Haunted Heather. Thank you. Most wholesome thing you've seen this week. See, look, 2020 ain't even all bad. Sometimes there's lots of good blessings that can come out of it. But yeah, Buddy Pepper would just be talking up a little storm, telling him all sorts of things. And when we brought him home too, I still remember setting Belle on the table and just all the kids gathering around, saying hi, all that stuff. Um, Everyone just so happy, so eager, so excited. Um, Dr. Pepper, not a bad name.
Dr.
It might be more appropriate if he was born in a hospital rather than a bedroom, but still, Dr. Pepper's not a bad name. I was gonna start calling myself that. I, wear a mask. Just like, "Yep, Dr. Pepper." But yeah, so the children have definitely welcomed him into the family. I remember when we had our second red pepper. Pinky Pepper was pretty cool. She liked Grandpa a lot. Grandpa picks up Red Pepper when Red Pepper was born, and all of a sudden Pinky Pepper's like, "Grandma, take it! Grandma, take it!" So, hey, Vision, Vicky White, not a bad idea. Vision would be a name for 2020. That's the birth year there.
Vision.
That's right. So,
Pekin pepper?
Pekin Pepper, I like that. And Pekin Peppers, wow. For a little tiny red Tic Tac or BB, those things got some flavor in them. They really do.
That's a good one too.
Peppermint. We'll have to figure it out. And then, yeah, we'll still need a real name too for the... Maybe we can just put his pepper name on the birth certificate, huh? Get his driver's license. He's like 17. Driver's license says Dr. Pepper. What do you guys think? Dr. Pepper does sound like a good nickname. So, hey, here's a fun one for you guys. I'll let you check out how your math is. At this point, Mama Pepper has had 7 children that she pretty much carried almost a term across the board. They were, a week too early, but 7 different pregnancies. How many years has she been pregnant? And yes, never enough time. Yeah, the gender reveal from last time, it crashed. I didn't have enough power. I actually borrowed a tablet from a neighbor to hook up to the Wi-Fi, or use the hotspot off of that for my phone so that we could do this one now. So guys, how many years has Mama Pepper been pregnant if this is her 7th child? And you can use the 9 months per, what do they call it, incubation period? Just over 4 years, 4.5 years, 10. 5.5 years. ZE, I'm going to give you, I think that's the right answer. I think it's over 5 years now because you got 1.5 for each. Yeah, there you go. Kenny Johnson got some math. There we go. Bobblehead, 5 years. That'd be years. I know you mistyped that. Thanks, brother. So, yeah, over 5 years now being pregnant, which is kind of an interesting thing to consider. A lot of people have been pregnant. A lot of people have been pregnant for longer, but,
4 years, 11 months with early birth times, says Mac is looking.
It's 42 weeks per child, so I can't do the math. Very funny. And is this our last baby? That's a very good question. I think that was Gloria Westmoreland. Is this your last baby? This is our most recent baby. And part of our philosophy on it is if we would have waited till we wanted to have children or till we felt it was right, we may still be waiting. Mama Pepper wanted to be a dental hygienist. I was, hard at work. I told her to quit her job, focus on school. I'd just pay for that too. And then we realized, you know what? Perhaps if God made me and God made her and He's the author of life, perhaps we should just allow Him to choose our family. So at that point, we kind of gave it up to Him. And it took a while. And at first we're like, can we even get pregnant? And she was, kind of young and fresher out of high school. I think you got married to me when you were what? 19.
19.
She was 19. I was older at the time. And I was wondering, did I mess up my body sometime? Can we even have children? But then we had Pinky. And then we had Red Pepper. And then before Pinky turned 3, we had Monster Truck. So what we did is we just decided if God's the author of life and we trust him, then we'll let him author life if he sees fit. He can open any womb. He can close any womb. A lot of people who, want children can't have them. A lot of people who have children don't want them. If I was the type who really wanted a boy, then when Pinky Pepper showed up, I would have been like, oh, come on. How come I got her? How come I didn't get a boy? If I really wanted a boy, and then I got Red Pepper after Pinky Pepper, I'd be like, oh, come on. I wanted a boy. What's wrong? Why is God giving me these little girls and stuff like that? But we didn't really have any of that. We just kind of said whatever he gives us, we'll receive, and we'll just kind of let him author life because we think he's a good author. We think he's done amazing so far. We're just leaving that open-ended for him. And, if this is our last child ever, we're perfectly happy and fine with that. If he gives us more, we'll be happy with that. We'll receive anything and from him that he gives. And, if tragedy strikes and some get taken away, and have early deaths or something, we'll deal with that then. But we're just going to try to be the best earthly representatives of our Heavenly Father that we can be for these children. Try to raise them right, even in the midst of these, ever stranger times and more difficult situations, and just try to model, love, and forgiveness, reconciliation to our children. And I think that we got a lot of room for improvement. And also my videos are edited, so sometimes people say we make it look so easy or other things. Everything's a struggle, but that's how much we let him refine us in the midst of that. So that's where we're at on it. People are free to choose whatever they want. We just believe as for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. Technically that's household, that's my family. But if we had it as the physical house, then it is going to be things like the bedroom. As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord for us. Even entertainment, whatever I choose to watch, it says I will set no evil thing before my eyes. We're going to let him be the God of our living room and our entertainment and, all that we do. And I think it's interesting because, both in the Old Testament and the New Testament, wow, see that? Christy Bett says, yeah, I knew someone who really messed up her son talking about how much she wanted a girl. Praise is a good name. Very cool. I forget where I was. But yeah, we just trust him, let him figure it out, and we go from there. And that's one thing too is even wanting a child, like I think Christy said, somebody really wanted a girl and they messed up their son talking about how much they wanted a girl when they had a boy. A lot of people view children as a burden and as a curse, and I believe they're a blessing. That's what God says, and that's what I believe. So I raise my children like they are blessings, and they bless us like crazy. Somebody dropped off some trout for us. They caught a couple of trout. Actually, they were heading out fishing on Christmas Day, I think, but they didn't have the equipment they needed to go trout fishing. They said, hey, do you got some trout hooks, maybe some split set sinkers? So I gave them to them, and they came back and said, hey, look, we caught these, here, why don't you take some for your family? So gave us 5 nice rainbow trout. But it was the girls, Pinky Pepper and Red Pepper, and the other ones were watching. We had a whole crew sitting there by the sink who just took care of them, gutted them up. We're soaking them in some lemon juice overnight, and I'll probably smoke them on some hickory tomorrow. Good night, Pete, and Chili. That's a good
night,
name.
Pete's Little Homestead. Thanks for joining us.
A perfectly imperfect family. Children are such a huge blessing. That's why we have 8. Wow, nice. And yeah, so we raise them like they're a blessing, and they definitely bless us. And see that? Patrice's project said she had 7, and they're a blessing for sure. Aw, see, that's beautiful. Only had 1 child, wanted more, only got 1. Wanted a girl, got a son, and then realized what you really wanted was just a snuggly baby. That's what you got. That's what we got here. We didn't have to have this one. It didn't have to go well. Sometimes deliveries too. It's like, am I gaining a child or am I losing a wife right now? Especially the time with Buddy Pepper when she had the abrupted placenta and was bleeding like crazy. And like I said, we were just kind of amazed at how poorly some of the hospital stuff was going on at the time. We waited till the room. I mean, the doctor said, "Oh, you're 10 centimeters dilated. You can push now," and left the room. So, Mama didn't want to be on bed rest. She wanted to be in active labor. The lady pretty much showed up and said, "Hey, lay down, and stay down." She says, "No, if you want me hooked up to the IV for easy access, fine. But, I'm going to continue in my labor. I'm not shutting this thing down. We're going to have this baby." So when everyone left the room except one nurse that wasn't paying attention, I could tell she was just going to go for it. She kind of stooped down a little bit. She began to push. Water must have broke then, huh? I remember the nurse screaming, "Water,
Yeah.
baby, doctor."
Mm-hmm.
So when she pushed, the water broke. Baby came out. I caught the baby. Doctor comes in, goes, "Oh, what's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, who's going to cut the cord?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I got my hands full. Do you want to?" She didn't give us a discount.
I actually got to cut the cord that time.
You did?
Yep.
And I remember, I think with Monster Truck, I cut the cord and whoosh, blood all across the ceiling, which is one thing too. The without being told or asked, the midwives let the umbilical cord stop pulsing, went through the whole thing, and then clamped it. And then when I cut, nothing happened. And I'm like, wow, I've painted rooms red cutting cords before. I hit the ceiling before. Like, you guys are making me not be as talented. Yeah, LOL, no discount. I know, right? She barely got there. When she did get there, she left the room. Mama did all the work. I did the catching and full price hospital visit for one vaginal birth, They don't like handing out discounts. So I'm going to see if I can hold this guy just a little closer for all of you 122 who hung out this long. What do you think? 47 minutes, guys, after a nice feed where he's just been chilling, just hanging out, just enjoying it. Good grip. The vernix has been soaked up by the skin now. Mama Pepper, boy, she may not look like much to some people, but this woman is a tank. She is incredible. It was really a super peaceful. I know she went through a lot, but I mean, mostly she was just heavy breathing, doing a little bit of what do they call it when you're making sounds? There's a name for it. I don't remember.
Humming, moaning.
Well, yeah, but there's a specific thing of, I forget, something related to voices, but, or noises. But yeah, she was just doing some, a little moaning, a little stuff like that. And eventually she had to push really hard, but it wasn't for very long. Hey, Simply Jen Homestead. He is. Absolutely. How tall and heavy? Yes, good idea. How tall and heavy? So, 7 pounds, 8 ounces on the weight, and 21 inches is what he was. It's weird, too, looking at a baby without like a little, bracelet, ID bracelet around their leg or their hand. Hey, Sally. Elizabeth. God is so wonderful, and it's obviously like a moment when everything kind of comes to that crescendo and, all of that energy is exerted and all of a sudden there's a new child out of the womb and in the world. And then it kind of all becomes really serene and surreal, serene, peaceful, just kind of like, wow. And yeah, we just kind of sat there and praised God for a moment. That was cool too, because the midwives are both, believers too. So they put at the point an hour later when the baby had come out and the placenta had come out and the bag of waters hadn't, and they were trying to pull. And her, thank you, Edwina. I agree. And they were trying to get the bag of waters out, but the uterus had already pretty much been shrinking down pretty good. They're like, in Jesus' name and stuff like that.
They were praising God with their hallelujahs and amens and
praying to Him for help beautiful. For the thing to come out. Yes. And yeah, so we could enjoy all that together too. Yeah, Lori, I sent some pictures with about a half hour after the delivery of Mama sitting there holding her baby, and people were like, "She just gave birth? Like you had that baby today?" People didn't really believe.
I think it was your camera, your
Yeah,
phone.
my camera
Makes me look a little bit
makes her
better.
look better. Name him Jeremiah. Melissa, that's not a bad idea. Hey, Phyllis Johnson. Thank you. Yeah, this is our surprise for our gender reveal.
Yes,
Somehow,
thank you.
7 pounds is getting heavy for me right now.
Okay.
So, I don't know. You gonna peek at
I
him?
think we should show them his little feet.
Okay.
Because people like to see babies' feet, and they're
I don't
so
know if you
cute.
heard that coo. He just cooed.
Yeah. One
There
little
you
foot.
go. And you can
They're so
notice
cute.
kind of the lack of wrinkles on the baby's feet. Not very wrinkly right now.
So he was 10 days early.
Look at that.
Those little toes.
Oh, she said she needs one of those cameras. That makes you look really good.
Yeah.
Baby feet. A baby is like a big kiss from God. Amen to
I
that.
can make the little heart. They look cute
Oh yeah.
together.
The baby feet. The feet have to go together first.
I can't get them together. Where are they?
Yeah.
There we go. Something like that.
Well, we do feet
Tried.
prints. Oh yeah.
Tried.
We could do that too.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We didn't do our birth certificate. Our birth announcement. Yeah.
10 toes of cuteness.
Yep.
Here you go, darling.
All right.
He's gonna say hi. And I'll tell you what, he was chatting up a storm though after he came out, and when grandparents got to hear him on the phone, they were going, "Congratulations from Germany. Hey, Granny Frammy." I'll tell you what, he's at least part German, because Mama's Mexican American ethnicity. I would be predominantly Polish, but some German, so he's part German too. And thanks for watching all the way from Germany. What time is it there? I don't know how to calculate that right now.
Gonna put another pillow underneath. Can you hold
Yeah.
that? I'll lift them up a little bit higher.
There you go.
There we go. So maybe
We could maybe do a slight adjust. I don't want to touch any buttons and ruin anything. 4:57 a.m. You're Polish and German too. All right, there you go. I only knew a little bit of Polish, and mostly it was not the best stuff to be saying. Hi, Taishi 23. So yeah, cool thing too was hour and a half of being at the midwife's house before the baby came. Made it there. Didn't have to name him Carson because he wasn't my son born in a car. Peed almost right away when he got out, and yeah, within 7 minutes he latched on. You know, being born to finding latching on, which is good because that helps the uterus contract and helps get the placenta out and all that. And we got a nice peaceful nap. Australian, wow, 2 p.m. on the 27th. Thanks for letting us know that, Gypsy Lane. Very cool. Did you ever find the receipt for that silo? No, that pretty much. I bought a grain bin, 2 of them, that we were originally gonna put 2 grain bins up, build a little building in between, use those as our house. It was gonna be pretty cool. It's a good design, good idea, and pretty much I got them or paid for them, started taking them down. A lot of things happened. Next thing I knew, life was like 2 years later, and so it was abandoned. Would be the deal on that. But I did find the guy. I did talk to the guy. He just had somebody tear him down. I believe that's what you're talking about, Nathan. So that would be it. Christoph or Christian, not a bad idea. I don't know, guys. We're coming up to about an hour. The baby's probably gonna need another feeding. What size clothes? 0 to 3 or 3 to 6? What do we got available? A lot of everything, or are we lacking? Soggy Bottom Homestead wants to know.
I'm trying to think. Maybe 3 to 6.
Another Aussie. Wow.
Would be
Cheryl
better.
Mayberry.
I'm trying to think of what sizes I have. We've only had 2 boys, so we got more girl clothes than we do boy clothes. So
That'd be it.
But I think 3 to 6 months would be
Be
a good
best.
size.
I did order him a special onesie.
Oh.
I did. You'll have to see what it is. It's a surprise. Shh, don't tell her. Post it to your community page. That could work. So, yes, the gender reveal. That was it. Isaac, not a bad name. It's a boy. He's here. And eventually, we'll put him in here. And do that. You need a little blanket?
Mm-hmm. I don't know where it went.
I don't know. We'll shut her. Is it right here beneath us?
Oh, yep.
There you go. I'll just hold this up for a minute. And we'll shut her down. Yeah, ready for a feeding here, guys. So, appreciate you guys watching. I actually got a live stream to work. For all those people who showed up at the failed one before Christmas, for all those people who watched me try 2 or 3 different times earlier today, every option that we had on hand failed. But my workmate and neighbor, Iguado, we'll call him Iguado, he'd rather remain anonymous. Yeah, he let me use his tablet to use the hotspot from that. So I will thank Iguado on the on behalf of all you. And yes, Granny Frammy, thank you. The live stream is perfect. That's excellent news. People in Germany, people in Australia, people in Canada, people in maybe name reveal for the next live stream. Not a bad idea. We'll have to come up with one first. So you guys, yes, thank you, Haunted Heather. She says she's glad we didn't give up and she needed this. So as always, we'll go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta mention. The Melendez family is so happy for you. Thank you for blessing so many.
Glad to hear it.
I did end up making some special cupcakes.
Is there still one left?
There is none left.
There's none left. Shit,
No.
I didn't even get to eat one.
They were so cute. And they were...
She made special gender reveal cupcakes.
And we were going to
Did you take a picture?
No. We were going to cross our arms. I had a plan. And then we were going to take a bite. And then show everyone
you the color on the inside of the cupcake.
It was blue. But since our live stream didn't work out that night, Red Pepper ate them the next morning.
Ray Ty. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray Ty. For the blessings.
Yeah, but they were covered in you covered it in something.
I covered it in peanut butter because I didn't have time to make frosting.
But you can't see through peanut butter. You can't tell if it's pink or yellow in the middle. I
sliced 3 slices of banana on top, so it looked really cute, and then I sprinkled them with some powdered down walnuts, and it looks so pretty. And it was just going to be this nice contrast from that brown from the peanut butter, but it didn't work out.
Thank you, Cindy.
So I had something planned really nice.
Sliced bananas. No, she never makes food look like that. She says, I tried to make it look like yours because she talks about my nice presentation a lot of times with what I cook.
So, oh well. You got the real thing.
So, guys, appreciate you hanging out with us. Now you know, another boy. So we got 3 boys and 4 girls, and they're amazing. They really are. We got some fun stuff. I might turn a couple of my kids loose in the wild and do a survival challenge. Just here's a knife, here's a fishing pole, here's a fire starter. Go have fun. You know, you have a gift in the box coming, Mrs. Pepper. Oh,
thank you.
I know I've got a grout bag that I can use to hit the wall. So yes, and thank you guys for all stopping in. All of you guys who tried before, there was a lot of you. I took some screenshots on my phone and looked at them like, look at all these people trying to watch my live stream, and the whole thing is just not even working. So we got her done. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm glad you appreciate us sharing our life. Thank you for letting us be open and honest about things. And thank you for asking real questions. Even a while ago, somebody was asking why do you have so many children? And I think Gloria Westmoreland said, is this could be the last? And that's our honest answer. That's just part of the way we live and view our lives. And I'll tell you what, I lived my life my way, and it was terrible. And I hurt myself a lot and hurt a lot of others. So when I get to live my life God's way, it's a lot better. And even if it doesn't all make sense to me, I trust him and praise him. It's been a lot. It's been a lot better since then. So everyone, thank you. I'll let you shut her down.
Yes, thank you to all. Thanks for joining us tonight. This was really a really special live stream. We're really glad we were able to finally get on here and chat with you guys. And it was a wonderful, awesome day for us. And we're glad that you guys could share with us this evening, you know, just the beautiful day that we got to have with our new little baby boy. So that's it for tonight, guys. And hopefully we'll catch you guys next time again if we're able to live stream. Mama out.
Mama out. And Cheryl Mayberry, you asked about PayPal. Under our videos, if you click more or you click the description, there is a link to our PayPal account in there. In case anyone wants to know, and our books and our Etsy shop and whatever else is under there. Get some baby neck sugar for me. Oh, that sounds good. Who was talking about baby neck sugar? Somebody was.
Yep.
And, I gotta figure out how to stop a live stream.
Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for the blessings. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
Good night. Papa out.